Welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 of Gold Rush, scenario number 6 of Railway Empire 2. So here's what we have to do. We have to have 500 passengers without changing trains from Gold Beach to Sacramento. So that's just a matter of putting the train on there. The lines are already there. Need to connect 300,000 citizens to a rail network. So we're going to have to connect at least one more city, maybe two. Although some of them are still growing. We need 9 loads of clothing to Sacramento. That we can do simply. Then we need 8 different goods available in Bodie at the same time. So that's going to be a bit of a chore. We need 3 more. Must be 5 there automatically. We need to have 120,000 citizens in Bodie for our optional task. That's probably going to be a project. On the 700,000 balance, it says we have it. We actually don't. It's 160. So there's definitely a glitch in this balance per week thing that we keep seeing in all the scenarios. And then June 54, we need 200 loads of clothing via your factories and businesses. That may take care of itself, possibly, on its own. But anyways, let's start with the train to Sacramento. Alright, so we have our train down at Rensselaer, going from Gold Beach to Sacramento. We're not going to put wagons on this because as soon as it accomplishes that goal, I'm going to pull it off because we already have our lines there. We are going to run a line from Reading down to Sacramento, freight line. We put a wagon on it for our meat going back, and that should help us do one of our optional. Reading has had a spot open for quite some time for industry. We're going to put a sawmill down here. I don't see any reason not to grow Sacramento, so we're going to bring in our wheat, bring a train in there. I noticed Winnemucca has a pretty good bonus for having a connection. So we're going to bring in our wheat in Winnemucca to a freight station, and that should help us get that bonus. I'm going to bring my train from Gold Beach Freight, bringing down alcohol, down to Sacramento because it's not getting any alcohol at all. We got a good deal on the fruit here, so we're going to bring it in the Gold Beach. Now we're going to bring it into Reading. We worked everything here basically from Green Station up. Put a freight station in Portland, divided our line here so it doesn't have anything to do with the express station. So we changed our wood going into Portland, and now we're doing one down to Eugene. So I had forgotten to bring in the sugar into Sacramento to get it to double growth, so we're going to do that now. We're working away here at doing an express line from Sacramento to Carson City, the Bodie Express.
Keep it up. More expansion means more profit.
We finally have our express line laid out between Bodie, Carson, and Sacramento, so we're going to put 3 trains on that one with our wagons. There, this will be the last of our express trains. I bumped all of them up to 4 on all of our lines, and we also put down post offices and restaurants as well. And here we are coming into Sacramento from Gold Beach, and this should be the last of the passengers needed to fulfill one of the tasks.
The place is teeming with gold diggers.
Perfect.
Everyone hopes to be set up for life with only a few weeks of labor. However, many unfortunates fall by the wayside or squander their fortunes at the saloon.
Sacramento has about 32,500. Once it gets 35, it's going to need milk. So we're going to go ahead and set up our train right now. We're going to focus on Bodie a little bit here. So we're going to bring in wheat to Bodie, put our train down. Now we're going to be bringing in our wood and our corn into Bodie. We did put the refrigerator car for when we have the corn. Just finished our sugar line down to Bodie. We're going to put a train on that. Bodie was missing alcohol. Because of that, we bought Elko, the brewery, and Elko. We're now laying down a train bringing in wheat to Elko to supply the brewery. And here we are bringing our alcohol into Bodie. We just want to bypass that grain station, and there we go. Because we have to build up Bodie, we're going to buy this cloth factory, which we already did. We bought the wool. We're going to bring the wool in, and hopefully that'll help it grow a bit better, and then maybe someday we can put a clothing factory in there. Which looks like our train with their alcohol is coming in right now. So that should give us the 9 things we need.
More and more gold diggers and fortune hunters are drawn to Bodie. The prospect of making fast money is just too tempting.
Back over to Sacramento, I'd forgotten to bring in the wood, so I'm going to do that right now. Also in Sacramento, we have an industry slot open, so we're going to go ahead and put a distillery down. And what we did in Reading is we put a warehouse at the freight station, so now we can move things between Gold Beach and Sacramento as well as Reading. We're now going to bring in our cattle to Sacramento Freight. Because we have a distillery, we need to bring fruit in, although they'll need fruit anyways here in a little bit. I noticed Reading has an industry spot open, so it makes sense to put a furniture factory here. We're going to put the gold in Gold Beach. We bought this Marshall mine, and now we're going to bring some gold. I'm going to take a closer look at Reading, and I noticed they were missing wood for some reason. I skipped that, so we're going to bring that in. We're going to bring 2 cars in because we have the sawmill as well. Sacramento with the clothing has been really stubborn, so we're keeping an eye on Bodie to keep the growth going for optional tasks. So we bought our milk and we're bringing that in right now. We're going to bring in some fruit into Bodie Freight here. And then it also looks like we could use some vegetables. I'll see if I can find some. We bought Howard Station and we're bringing it into Bodie.
Gold miners have a great need for jeans and other clothing. This means more profits for us. Yes, we were completely right. We have profited immensely from supplying the gold miners, but now we should go one step further. The gold mine near Bodie appears to be far from exhausted. This could be a good time to invest. You could buy the mine and have others do the work for you. By now, Bodie has everything people need. The good thing is, our transport profits are exploding. Nothing beats the efficiency of the railroad.
Alright, so we finished our 9 loads of clothing. It took absolutely forever. In the meantime, Bodie came up immediately at 11 because I've had it's almost 70,000. Like, comment, subscribe, come back and watch another great video of I Can Meet Gaming.